Hi, today is Tuesday,
March
10th,
10th.
and we're going to be reading Numbers 21, 22.
Very
Hi.
good.
Mommy.
You ready, Catherine?
Mommy.
Yes?
I'm sleepy.
Okay. And so we're going to read. And where are we?
In Kentucky.
We're in Kentucky because we're on vacation for spring break.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
To the Ark. And we are see Mama and Papa tomorrow.
We're going to see Momo and Grandpa tomorrow at the Creation Museum. And then,
We're going to Noah's Ark afterwards.
well, that's going to be on Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that.
All right, let's read November 21. I mean 20. I mean no, Numbers 21. Oh my!
Herod destroyed. When King Herod the Canaanite, who lived in the Negev, heard that Israel came by the way of Ephraim, he fought against Israel and took some of them captive. Israel vowed a vow to the Lord and said, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." The Lord listened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites. They utterly destroyed them and their cities, and he called the name of the place Horeb, the bronze serpent. They journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom, and the soul of the people was very discouraged because of the way. The people spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you brought us up from Egypt to die in the wilderness? For here there is no bread or water, and our souls loathe this worthless manna." So the Lord sent poisonous serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and many children of Israel died. So the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he will take away the serpents from us." And Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said to Moses, "Make a poisonous serpent and put it on a pole, and it will be that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, will live." Moses made a bronze serpent, and he put it in a pole. And if the serpent had been any man
Bitten.
sorry, I have to scroll through this. Everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, will live. Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on the pole, and if the serpent had bitten any man, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. The journey to Moab. The children of Israel set out and camped in Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Abarim in the wilderness, which is before Moab, toward the sunrise. From there they journeyed and camped in the valley of Zered. From there they journeyed and camped on the other side of Arnon, which is in the wilderness that comes out of the borders of the Amorites. For Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, Zahab in Sulpha, and in the brooks of Arnon, and at the stream of the brooks that goes down to the dwelling of Ar and lies in the border of Moab. From there they went to Beer, that is the well of which the Lord spoke to Moses, "Gather the people together, and I will give them water." Then Israel sang this song, "Spring up, O well, and sing to it." The leaders dug the well, the nobles of the people dug by the lawgiver with their staffs, and from the wilderness they went to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel to Barnoth, and from Barnoth in the valley that is in the country of Moab, to the top of Pisgah, which is toward Jeshimon. King Sihon defeated. Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn in the fields nor into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we are past your borders." Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through its border, but Sihon together and all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Israel defeated him with the edge of the sword and possessed the land from Arnon to Jabbok, all the way to the children of Ammon, because the borders of the children of Ammon were strong. Israel took all these cities, and Israel lived in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon and in the villages, because Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand to Armon. Therefore, they that speak in Proverbs say, Come into Heshbon, let it be built, and let the city of Sihon be established. Because a fire went out of Heshbon, a flame of the city of Sihon, it has devoured Ar of Moab. And the masters of the high places of Arnon, woe to you, Moab, you have perished, O people of Jemash. He has made his sons fugitives and his daughters captives. So Sihon, king of the Amorites, we have overthrown them. Heshbon is perished to Dibon, and we have desolated them to Nogath, which reaches to Medeba. Thus Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. King Og defeated. Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took its village and drove out the Amorites who were there. They turned and went to the way of the Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle at Edrei. The Lord spoke to Moses, Do not fear him, because into your hand I have given them and all his people and his land, and he will do to him as you do to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwell at Heshbon. So they killed him and his sons and all the people until there was not a survivor left to him alone, and they possessed this land.
Chapter 22. Balak summons Balaam. Then the children of Israel sent out and camped in the plains of Moab, on the other side of the Jordan from Jericho. Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. Moab was very afraid of the people because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the people of Israel. Moab said to the elders of Midian, Now this company will lick up all that is around us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field. And Balak, the son of Zippor, was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, at Pethor, which is by the Euphrates, in the land of the sons of his people, to call him, saying, A people went out from Egypt. They cover the face of the earth, and they dwell next to me. And now, please come curse this people for me, because they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I will prevail, and we will defeat them. And I will drive them out of the land, because I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. The elders of Moab and the elders of Midian went in with the divination payments in their hand, and they came to Balaam and spoke to him the words of Balak. He said to them, Lodge here tonight, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord will speak to me. And the leaders of Moab dwelt with Balaam. God came to Balaam and said, Who are these men with you? And Balaam said to God, Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent word to me, saying, A people went out of Egypt who cover the face of the earth. Now come, curse them for me. Perhaps I'll be able to battle them and drive them out. God said to Balaam, You will not go with them. You will not curse the people, because they are blessed. So Balaam rose up in the morning and said to the princes of Balak, Go to your land, because the Lord refuses to let me go with you. The princes of Moab rose up, and they went to Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. So Balak sent officials more numerous and more honorable than they. They came to Balaam and said to him, Thus says Balak, the son of Zippor, Please let nothing hold you back from coming to me, because I will promote you to very great honor, and anything you say to me I will do. Come, please curse this people for me. Balaam answered the servants of Balak, "If Balak give me his house full of silver and gold, I am not able to go beyond the command of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now please remain here tonight, that I may know what more the Lord will say to me." God came to Balaam at night and said to him, "If the men come to call you, rise up and go with them. But surely the word which I will say to you, that will you do." Balaam, the donkey, and the angel. Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the princes of Moab. The anger of God was inflamed because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way as an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. The donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword was drawn in his hand. So the donkey turned out of the way and went into the field. Balaam struck the donkey to turn her onto the road. But the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path of the vineyards, a wall on this side and a wall on that side. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she threw herself into the wall and crushed the foot of Balaam against the wall, and he struck her again. The angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and the anger of Balaam was inflamed, and he struck the donkey with a staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, What have I done to you, that you have struck me these 3 times? And Balaam said to the donkey, You have mocked me. Oh, that there was a sword in my hand, for now I will kill you. The donkey said to Balaam, Am I not your donkey, whom you have ridden since I became yours to this day? Do I normally do this to you? He said, No. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword was drawn in his hand, and he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. The angel of the Lord said to him, Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? I have come out to oppose you, because your way is perverse before me. And the donkey saw me and turned from me these 3 times. If she had not turned from me, surely by now I would have slain you and saved her alive. Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, because I did not know that you stood in the way against me. Now, therefore, if it displeases you, I will return. The angel of the Lord said to Balaam, Go with the men, but only speak the word that I tell you to speak. So Balaam went with the leaders of Balak. When Balak heard that Balaam had come, he went out to meet him in the city of Moab, which is on the border of Arnon, which is at the furthest end of the border. Balak said to Balaam, Did I not earnestly send to summon you? Why did you not come to me? Indeed, am I not able to honor you? And Balaam said to Balak, I have come to you now, but am I able to speak just anything? The word God puts in my mouth is what I will speak. Balaam went with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. Balak offered oxen and sheep and sent them to Balaam and to the officials who were with him. Balaam's first prophecy. It came to pass on the next day that Balak took Balaam and brought him up to Bath-baal, and from there he saw the extent of the people. And we leave with a conclusion. So I've not seen it like that.
Numbers 21 and 22.
Yes.
Bye. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.